Welcome to Crypto MC. My name is Ruda. I'm going to bring down the volume. I am a stay-at-home day trader and crypto investor, degen, whatever you want to call it. And today we're going to talk about whether Bitcoin needs more sideways, how much can we expect, and then I'm going to just see whether our buyback and buy the dip is still relevant. I've got something on the daily time frame that I want to show you guys. And if my voice goes away somewhere along the line, or it sounds like I want to cry, it's some flu, something I've got. I don't know what you want to call it. I want to point something out to you guys. Looking at the daily, you can see that when we have insane momentum, like we just had, we can go back to all the ones. This is how the RSI functions. When you have this insane momentum, you'll see that the momentum creates the initial pivot. Then the RSI tells you that what was great and what felt awesome isn't going to last forever, because the way the market works, there needs to be a test of some support. There needs to be a shakeout. Everybody should not make money, only a few. And the way that it does it is by resetting itself. Okay. But while it does that, it needs to create a trap for everybody. And that's this range where it starts chopping. Wicks, it's messy, it's hard, it's tough. That's basically where I'm at now. It's that messy, choppy area where you're looking at, and I'm just going to share this briefly with you guys, where you're looking at grabbing longs. I mean, that was my long. It wicked past it like an idiot, and then it ran. That was the trade. Same this morning, wicked past it, and then it ran. So there's another one coming pretty soon. Looking at this RSI, looking at price. Am I going to take it with a tight stop? Potentially no. I'm going to learn from this and kind of adjust for the current market environments. But that's what happens when you're in this type of space. Okay, so that's the nature of where we are at this stage. We're in this choppy, basically new people jumping in. Everybody's got an opinion, and that opinion translates into a trade, and you get this randomness. Okay. So what are we doing now? Pivot's been created down there. Okay, we can use that as the initial pivot, or even that for that matter. From this point onwards, you can see the RSI slowly but surely moving down on the daily. Price is still holding momentum, just like it did all the other times. So enjoy the run, but please do not try and time it to get in late. Wait for some sort of a loss to occur. Is it going to go as low as this? I don't know. Remember, we initially wanted to buy here off the back of this play to continue on higher. But my worry was that, remember that this buy was already in the previous range. We're out of the range now. So this buy zone, which we had, is no longer the one that I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Wicks like those, remember what we said, tend to get filled? They did. Thank you. What do we have now? Rule number one, wicks like those tend to get filled. So it's going to make this thing look as bullish as potentially can. And think about how you're going to feel emotionally when this thing starts going above 36 again, and you still haven't bought because some idiot on YouTube said we're going to go to 31K. You know, that type of feeling that might just arise. And then I want you just to take a moment, breathe, and look at what the technical shows us. Because remember, what comes before the news? The technical analysis. Then comes the news, then comes the excuse, and then comes everything else. So I'll rather focus on this. And if I'm wrong, which does happen, I mean, there's the evidence, it does happen, I will deal with it. That's the risk I'm taking. Okay. Last little thing, and this is something interesting. I actually saw this on Eric Crown channel. I was bored this morning. I didn't really know what to talk to you guys about. So I thought maybe let's go onto YouTube, and YouTube tells me you guys watch his channel a lot. So I said, okay, what did he talk to you guys about? And he was talking about the accumulation and distribution indicator, meaning that when this indicator flashes green, it's buy, and when it flashes red, it's buy, it's sell. And then he also highlighted out a few things about the massive failure that sometimes happen, and you guys should actually go and watch the video. You know, he really shared a few interesting things there. But what I want to bring to your attention is the following, and this is This basically just reasserts the power of the RSI and why you don't need thousands and thousands of indicators to make money. When you look at the RSI works on the following basis. Everything above this red line is oversold. Everything overbought. Everything below this blue line is oversold. So when something is in here, it's in a position where the other side won too much. It's too heavily weighted, and there should be a reaction in the opposite direction. And that's why when it's down here, I tend to want to go long. And when it's up there, I want to go short because it's been too great. But this is now the tricky part of the RSI. It's got a middle zone as well. And when the RSI is trending above the middle, it's bullish. So once it's on its way to that red line, this is bullish. It tells you that there's bullish momentum. Stop thinking about shorting. Let the market first get oversold, overbought before you want to sell. And that's that bullish side. Now, if you have a look at this accumulation distribution indicator, you can see that. Look at the correlation between this and the RSI. Let's just clean up the RSI. And that's why, for me, I personally feel like, where's my RSI gone? I personally feel like, you need to find what works for you, what is simple enough for you to look at it. But that's it. Look at that. As soon as the RSI goes above the 50, it remains bullish. This thing remains accumulation. And ultimately, what does the price do? Let's bring the price in. Price continues going up. It's choppy, it's crazy, but it continues going up. Okay. Where it's at there, RSI was on the bullish side. When did the RSI close below the half level? There already. Right? We were bullish there, we were bearish there. You guys were on the YouTube channel in the beginning, can verify that for us. Okay. And that's it. That's the beauty about this. And what's the big problem that the RSI does? It tends to, in a bull market, immediately go into this condition and it stays there. But ultimately, that's why we look at the divergence, so that we don't get tripped up by selling too early just because it crosses that red line. Okay. But now here you can see, keep an eye out on the way that this thing coincides with whether the RSI is on the bullish side and when the RSI turns on to the bearish side. So it's interesting. Just take it, go and have a look at it, play with it around. Something interesting for you. Hopefully the new narrative comes in that there will be a Solana killer, because that would be the biggest compliment that Solana will get, because it means that it's established. It's not going to go away. Just like ETH was a BTC killer almost in a way. And then dream big. Dream big, guys. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big at this stage. But just be vigilant enough to know when to take profit. We started the stream. This was the first project I said sell. Why? Saying to you guys, look at this. High, higher high, higher high, and the divergence always wins eventually. Okay? Lost the level, down. Okay. Closing off with this, I'm saying thanks to you guys. There's no after party today in the Discord. I am catching some sort of a bug, so I kind of just want to chill. Plus, my trading sucks, so what's the point? I'll trade again today or tomorrow once something works. Thanks so much for tuning in and taking the time. I see there's still a few comments in the live section that I didn't manage to get to. I'll read them afterwards. Leave me a comment in the end of the video if there's anything you guys want me to talk about as such. I will definitely have a look at that as well, seeing as that Bitcoin is chopping. And I kind of already said it's 31K. So tell me if there's anything. I will go and have a look at it, and maybe we can discuss it on the next YouTube stream. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. You have a lovely day. And tomorrow we're going to be trading live. And what I will do is I'll make it open to everybody. So head over to the Discord and come trade live with me the entire day, or just come and see how I lose my own money if I don't get out of my funk. Cheers, guys.